Good afternoon. It is so good to see black folks still maintaining and doing what they have to do, as well as my family and others that are still maintaining what they have to do to be just to keep sane and just to keep afloat and stay afloat, and it's so good to see black folks still maintaining and focused and driven on their goals, aspirations, and excuse me, dreams, and so forth and so on. But I just wanted to have me a nice little talk. Whoever the fuck is listening, excuse my French. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to keep building. We got to keep building. So building like this, using social media to build with other people that have the same mindset, you know what I mean, is great, because we get a chance to really see who's on the same page. Those that like it or share it or do whatever. Or those that comment. Even if you have something negative to say, that means somebody's still listening. So we have to use our mediums and our platforms and our jobs, our hustles and all that stuff to bring forth awareness to our subconscious mind as folks that are conscious, so to speak. Because being conscious don't mean that you got a fucking unk on your chest. Being conscious don't mean that you left some kind of religion and you in another religion or you in a cult. That it doesn't mean that. Being conscious means that you love yourself. That you are in love with thyself. The essence of God also plays a part. Okay? Which we call the creator, or the designer, or with English terms, God, if you want to use the English language to represent that deity that you feel that there's a higher power. Okay, he could have whatever name you want. But also, being conscious means that you are not caught in the matrix of any other religion, to whereas you have a belief system. And these is just my opinion of things. Okay? So let me clear the air. Quotations or whatever the fuck y'all, how English people want to say, and then people want to say, oh, he said something wrong. No, this is how I just feel. This is my opinion of my walk with my spirituality and how I feel about being conscious, and why I'm making this video, and why I'm doing what I'm doing on Facebook or on this Walks of Earth. Because now I realize that I do have a purpose. And my purpose is to, which I feel is to awaken those that are asleep. Because you have to use logic. And then base everything on history. Which things are tangible. Okay? And so, not to go off subject, but it is just so good to see that black people are doing what they need to do to focus. But we have a lot of people that still sleep. And there's three things that we should be worried about right now. Why Colin Kaepernick, if I'm pronouncing his name right, Mr. Colin Kaepernick, which is probably right now, one of my heroes right now. Why he still doesn't have a job of what he did in his stance. The empowerment of black people with finances, gaining capital, because this United States of America has become capitalism. They're using capitalism to wipe black folks out of the picture with money. So being conscious is aware of these things, regardless of how you might feel about religious beliefs and what you feel about how you would take a stance with forming your opinion with man-made religions. And if you're looking at things with your third eye, you're going to see clearly. And then your heart is going to lead you to the right way to go, not the opposite. Because both religions and all religions teach you to use your heart. And not your brain. So it's great to see that there are some black folks that's paying attention. So I use my platform to do so, because there were others that were before me that used theirs, and I didn't even think I had one. But everybody has their purpose. So I sit here and I meditate before I go to work. And I think about the things that's going on in the world and what I can do to affect my community, because I'm not just sitting here. Yesterday, for instance, I was hanging out with my cousin, and a guy pulled up, right? I didn't think nothing of it. But when he pulled up, he was playing the music that my wife loves to hear from the brothers from Africa. Brothers like D Black, they're DJs now, D Black, and some other guys. But these guys are from Ghana, and the tempo of music that they use is what actually hip-hop is supposed to be on right now. You know? But, you know, to make a long story short, when he pulled up, the beat was hot. Boom, boom. And I was like, yo, brother, man, who's that? And he was surprised that I was up on it, though. Feel me? He was surprised that I was up on the music that come out of Africa and all that, Ghana and all that. So he was like looking at me all crazy and shit. Like, he was like, yo, and then he's like, yo, you know about that? I was like, are you kidding me? Listen, anyway, so boom, he was like, I'm from Ghana. The guy was saying that to me. He was like, yo, I'm from Ghana. I was like, that's obvious, my dude. You know what's so crazy? My wife's in fucking Ghana right fucking now as we speak. He was like, what? I was like, as we speak right now, my dude. So, you know, we didn't exchange numbers, but I was explaining to him what we do, because we practice Pan-Africanism. And my wife, you know, make a long story short, she goes over there and she buys the stuff that we need for our store. You feel me? So anyway, boom. So dude, let me know who dude is that he was playing the music by, cause the beat was crazy hot, and he's going to the school in North Carolina, cause I was in North Carolina. So, and I told him I was gonna see him again. You know what I mean? But that's just things that happen when you plugged in to consciousness, because I didn't know that guy was gonna pull up. You feel me? And he's in America here going to school, probably building up his country. And when I told him that I was we practice Pan-Africanism, you know what I mean? That kind of fucked him up, because Americans, you don't really hear Americans saying that. You don't really hear black folks saying that. You don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when these brothers and sisters is coming from Ghana and different countries, not like Nigeria, and going to school. Because that's the way African people that's living in America got to do the same thing. We got to say to ourselves, you know what? We got to build that country up and go back over there and teach those kids how to hustle and how to educate themselves and how to come up with ideas to strengthen the regions in itself. Africa has to come up, and Africa is going to come up, because you cannot keep pulling resources out of something where the resources are abundant and expect the nature of God and the people to stop the people that's doing so, that's doing it for the wrong reasons. Okay? So I might have to throw this fucking video like on YouTube too, because it's 12 minutes. But I don't give a damn, because, you know what I mean, everything needs to be documented. And maybe when I'm, you know what I'm saying, or not maybe, this could be passed on. You know what I'm saying? This could be passed on to my grandchildren. This could be passed on to my son and my daughter and my other nephews and my family. You feel me? For them to meditate on. And use nature as your source of how you deal with life and the Creator. Because nature is right and exact. Okay? Nature is not going to stop. And things that happen in the universe are not going to stop just because, you know, we having a bad day. Nature's not going to stop taking its course if you hit the lottery. It's not going to do that. It's going to continue to do what it does. And that's how we need to look at things as well. Okay? So, you know what I mean? Drinking my coffee. Having my morning chat. Feel me? So, I want to say peace to all my people. All my kings and queens, gods and goddesses. Stay strong. Stay focused. Stay determined and driven. Yo, Black Power. Black Power. Black Power.